bet you thought something was wrong with the video just there. I had seen that my attachment wasn't set up completely for because I just did a time lapse of something which I will show you in a minute. How is everybody? Are you good today? Feeling good? It is a little bit cooler here, but it will be getting warm very soon. And I just came back from a nice long walk, which was lovely. And today we are drawing another water scene. It is the 23rd, so we only have 1 week left of all these beautiful water scenes. And I'm just going to put these to the side. I was just using them, and I think I have misplaced one. Where did I put that one? It must be somewhere. Oh, there it is. I found it. I'm not going to be using pencil crayons today. Good morning, C. Hi, Kelly. How are you? No, you were almost the first one here, Kelly. C was actually before you. Sorry. Maybe it comes up on your screen that you're the first one. Yeah, I have been solidifying our month of August together. I'm trying to think how we can share things for the month of August, even though everything is going to be quite personal. So I'm going to think about that a little bit more and then set up a Padlet. I think it would be nice to share certain things. I'm not sure. Maybe some people can chime in and think about that as well. Because it is nice that we have a collaborative part to our mornings that we all do together. Maybe it's the bird of the day, or I'm not sure, but it would be nice to also, like today I went out for a walk and there was 7 birds that popped up, so I'm not sure if there's going to be 31 different birds in, but maybe we can pop the one bird that we know is in our neighborhood, and then if we don't do a bird from our area because we've run out of birds, then we can use other people's birds. I don't know. Kelly says crayons, that's a new site. Kelly, you really haven't dove too deep into my videos, have you? Because I use a lot of mixed media. Sue says purple crowns today. Woohoo! Good morning, Susan. Is this Susan Kane or is this the other Susan? Because we have a couple of Susans, and I know that today's image is from Susan, but I'm not sure which Susan. So if you want to clarify, that would be great. There's a Susan in our group, a couple of Susans, 3 Susans maybe. This is Susan's photo. Is this your Susan? Hi, Nanette. How are you? Good morning, Reb. And hi, Leslie. Susan from Sheffield, your photo. Oh, yay. I love your photo. And I think I'm going to burn a candle and get some of that light kept on it for this one. So, yeah, this is the image. It's beautiful. I love it. From Sheffield. I've been to Sheffield once in my life. Good morning, Zoe. How are you? Zoe, do you know Susan? She's from Sheffield and probably quite close to you. I think I'm going to do it on no, I think I'll do it on here. Did I do any on here with the wax? I'm not sure how I did this one with wax, but I'm not sure if the paper will just bleed it through. I may need a heavier cardstock for the wax. Either that or I just make sure. Oh, the photo's from Cornwall. It's gorgeous. talking about down, well, on the coasts, we are having a paint and draw session on Friday because my sister just went to the Jurassic Coast down in Devon, and so she took some lovely photos. So I asked her if we could use the photos for, I think I'm missing one day. I can't believe this one I did upside down, and it was upside down. Hello, June's House of Crafts. Hi, how are you? Yeah, so, oh, this was compositional sketches from yesterday. I used my big book. It was on my table and it just worked out. All right, I do want to, Zoe says, I don't know Susan, but hello, nice to meet you. But I do know Anne. Hello, Anne. Yes, you do know Anne. And Anne, Zoe's coming to Italy with me. I'm so excited. I've met Anne. I get to meet Zoe. Good morning, Meryl. Okay, so I figured it out this morning. Inspired by two friends who have books. These three things, you guys, if you have been here for a while, you know this book by Lisa Anderson Schaefer, and it's basically about being present, hearing, listening, seeing. And we did a 100-day project back in 2020 with Lisa. I'm going to try and get her on a live or in a Zoom with us. And then Samantha Dion Baker, her new book, Draw Your Adventures. So I've taken inspiration from both of them, and it's going to be called Let's Be Present in August. And we are going to be, you don't have to do this, but if you're part of our group, I'm going to make 31 zines, and I'm going to make them on Sunday. And if you want to join me, you can. And I'm going to have a shoebox and put them all in. They fit in my back pocket, and basically we are going to be I'm going to be using the Merlin app to draw the bird of the day, or a bird that you heard, because the Merlin app hears the birds. And then I'm going to be, if I notice any trees or plants that I see on my walk, I'm going to draw it, and I'm going to jot down what I ate. If I went anywhere, I'll sketch it. If I go anywhere, I'll sketch it. If I heard anything, I'll write it down. If I learnt anything, I will tell my zine. And if I read anything, I will write it down as well. And just being present. So this is our August, so our month ahead. I will write, you're seeing it for the first time. I will, I haven't kind of finished. I was just doing it before here after my walk. So I will post it in Substack, and you will get you'll be able to print this out if you want to, just as a reminder. And if you want to join me, it's a good way of just being present in August. So I'll start my mornings with probably the bird. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do page by page or to open it up and do the bird on here with maybe a plant every morning. Oh, this is I'm just looking at this. This is legal size paper. Okay, so if I order some, I'm going to order legal size paper. You can make zines this size as well. Don't worry, but I do like this size. So I may order zines, or may order paper that's legal size. And this is the heavy cardstock that I'm using. Anyway, I think I may every morning start with a blank page and draw the bird and do something colorful. And then I can fold it up and do the written part and sketch part over the top. So that's our August. I think it'll be a really lovely way to be more present and explore a little bit more. All right, let's get started with this beautiful image. And if you don't have these two books, I will link those also in our in my post that I'm going to be doing later and sending that. Susan says, hello, Zoe. And Anne says, oh, Zoe and I were roommates in Mexico a few years ago. I know. It's a small world. Kelly says, I honestly haven't gone outside a lot this week. It's cold and rainy, flood season for me. We still don't know exactly where you are, Kelly. You could just tell us, seeing as you've been here all week. Hi, Susan. How are you? Carolyn says, I love that idea for August. Good. This is a super moody picture, and I love it. So I'm going to get started because, you know, if not, I could just sit and chat all day. I am going to do a couple of sketches because I do also like the zoomed in version. So I may change up your composition, Susan. Sorry. And Susan Kane is here as well. So both Susans are here. Actually, we have another Susan as well in our group. Must have been a very popular name in the 60s, 70s. I know the ages of a couple of the Susans, so not saying age is a thing, but I think there's, you know, it's like Jennifer's in the 70s, and you know, there are certain names that really popped up a lot in certain and maybe in England not so much. I don't think I actually know a Susan in England other than you now, Susan. Like, I didn't have any Susans in my year. So I'm just seeing if I like, because I really love the little doggies as well, and I feel like they're going to get lost if I don't zoom in. And I also like the reflections on the beach. Meryl says, I know a lot of Susans. Susan says, we're a bit older than you. Now, I was born in the 70s. There you go, Kelly. You have my age now. Kelly was asking last week how old I was. Good morning, Natty. How are you? Yeah, the photo is lovely, isn't it? If anyone's here and you want to join us in August, we are going to have a collaborative Padlet which we can all access, and we'll put a photo in daily. Maybe that will be like part of the community photo that we just add something little, or it can be, I don't know, maybe we can add a picture of something that I'm still thinking about that part. Okay, so we could just have the two. I love those waves as well. I do like this figure down here though. And I love the German Shepherd. I haven't come across the stop guy yet. I saw him getting out of his car yesterday as I was walking Piper, and I gave him evil eyes. If you didn't hear the story about the stop guy, you can listen to yesterday's morning. He was something else, he was. Okay, I'm extending my frame here. Okay, I think I like that. I think I like with the 3 dogs. I mean, there's also these over here. That's kind of, see how many things we could do. I love that moodiness, but this wave is something. So I think this is going to be my crop, and I'm going to pull this up and have some of the green in there. Yeah, I think that's, or shall I pull it down? Maybe I'll pull it down and have the moodiness of the sky. I don't really want that in them. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to change it again. If you have taken, or if you purchased my summer workshops, the replay is in the Padlet. Like some of you have purchased it but haven't been joining, and I get it because it's probably in the middle of the day and you're working, and yeah, so the replays are there for you to see. Yesterday we had a workshop on plein air painting, and yeah, it's been really helpful, I think, to just think about how to start and how to go about it. And even this month, I think, has really helped with just figuring out photos and looking at, I mean, it's not plein air, but you're still figuring out composition, which I like. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that, so it's just a little bit, you can see that. Hi Melissa, how are you? You must be getting ready for work. Good morning, Maria, how are you? The photo is taken in Cornwall. Natty and Susan from Sheffield took it. Kim says 1962 baby here. And Meryl says, Susan, I was in first grade in 1956. And Anne says, Susan was popular in the 50s. Leslie says, 1956 was a good year. Nanette says, I thought of what to respond if he ever says it again. Nanette says, the word is mind your own business. That's more words than just one. But you're right. I don't know. I feel like I should just ignore him completely, like he doesn't exist. I think that's probably better. Kim said, I ended up having coffee with my chickens yesterday AM. I'll have to go back and watch your video. Yes, you will. Melissa says, it's a work from home day for the rest of the week, so I can power through all the training videos. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's get this painted. Look at the time already. This always happens. Okay, I'm moving this up. All right. And if you missed it, you can go back to the beginning, but basically I explained our August together, and how we were going to make some little zines on Sunday. So if you want to join us for that, you can. Who's our friend that lives in Cornwall in her camper? Oh, Helen. I mean, not Helen. Christina. Christina Helen. Her last name is Helen. Christina. Yeah. She's in Cornwall. It's such a beautiful place, Cornwall. So lovely. Okay. I have a lot of moody colors on here, so I'm probably not going to be doing too much mixing to start. And I am going to be using some wax, and I'm going to try it on here. I haven't tried it actually on this paper, so let's start the candle while we get all right. Yeah, so I'm happy that we are, if you guys can help me, what could be a something that we can all put into the Padlet in August. I don't know whether we want to maybe include a quote and everybody puts a quote in and that can be added in our zine. That could be an idea. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure. Nadie says, Kim, Shah's water layering was amazing yesterday. And then the mountains, how she layered also, then added lighter color to show a bit of sunlight on the trees and the side mountains was cool. Oh, was that the, this one? Yeah, this one was fun. I think the scraping really does help just keep it really nice and light and a little bit transparent. Gouache can get a little bit heavy sometimes, so I do like the combination of the two, but thank you, Natty. August is the best month for fruit, and that is always lovely to paint. How about a harvest fruit or item? Oh, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna think that is fabulous. Yeah, I think harvest fruit or item. I love that. That's a really great idea. All right, let's have a look. This is the image. Getting some big paintbrushes out this morning because I need to, and let me just move this as well. I have my candle burning so that I can put the wax on, and my table is getting messier and messier as always, but I have a lot of colors here which I can use, so. And I do not want to dip my paintbrush in the candle, which I almost did. The only thing about reactivating, re-wetting, I guess it's reactivating the gouache, it's not as thick, but I can still get a good layer on, I think. And then I can always go over if I want to. Kim says, Natty, love it as well. I watch the video to see the whole process. Please remember to comment as well if you saw it after the fact and you were there watching. I love that if you're watching this afterwards, to still get comments. I get notifications that people are watching and commenting, and I love that. Amy's really good at that. Amy always comments if she's watching after the live, and it's good for me to know that there are other people still, you know, watching it, because if not, I'll just I'll put it to private straight after and put it to my Substack subscribers, but I do like being able to have it public. Okay, we're going to kind of work our way down until I get a little bit of wax here that I can use. I nearly did it again. And Natty says, Zoe, oh yes, maybe do a veggie stand reference or truck with fruit in it, or people harvesting the fruit. So many possibilities. Well, because we're working in a zine, I think it's going to be quite a small area, but I think a daily local and seasonal fruit or veg would be really lovely to add. You know, we're thinking not too complicated for this month. Okay, I have enough wax, and I need a stick or maybe just the back of a paintbrush, not a nice one. Melissa says, I think paint works different for Shah. Oh, Kim says, okay, Shah, I did not know how to get notifications on the rewatch. Good to know. Oh, good. Thank you. And Anne says, when I reactivate gouache, it is very watery, not like yours, Shah. I think mine is watery too. I just go over it, Anne. I think it's still watery. Yeah. Okay. Enough wax here for me to work with. I think it's going to go through to the other page. I bet it is already. Oh yeah, hang on, I'm going to put a piece of paper down. Let me put a piece of paper down so that it doesn't go through. Oops, sorry everybody. Just hit your head there. So I could do this with even a China marker probably. But I'm going to do the little wax scraping. I have somewhat control over this, so that's kind of why I like it. I mean, I could just leave the blank. It's hard though with water because you want that flow and the continuous color. Well, I do. So I think that's why, you know, masking fluid and other things were probably invented, because it just gives you possibilities of just keeping that flow. All right. Do I need this one? I'm going to put it in anyway. I think that's good. Don't need any more. Nandy says, I know I probably asked this. I think I've forgotten. Is your Substack by invitation or paid subscription? Oh, it's a paid subscription, $5 a month for the mornings, like for what we're doing, but then you get to add images, Natty. And then if you want to come to our paint and draw sessions, which we have once a week at least, and sometimes we have a co-working session too, and that's the founding member paint and draw sessions, and that amounts to just under $10 a month for the year. Is there acrylic gouache and watercolor gouache? What is the difference? I know I should know, but I think sometimes I learn stuff and then other stuff overlays that information. So basically, yeah, Melissa says regular gouache is like non-transparent watercolor. Acrylic gouache is acrylic paint, but matte without the shine, and dries completely. Dries completely, doesn't reactivate, so you don't have room to play with the acrylic gouache. But the acrylic gouache is nice. Well, it's just like acrylic, like Melissa said, it is acrylic, but it you can work over the top with it and it won't lift. So it is good for some things. Okay, too much. Let's see how I'm gonna have to put the coast. Actually, let's do that now because I don't want that to be any. Okay, this I am dipping into my little plastic palette, paint palette container, because I need some color back here, a little bit of color, not this much color. This is way too much color. It's always good to have some greens on your palette to just push back those bright warm reds and pinks. Not sure if that's still too, no, that's better. See, this paper, I like this paper. It's not my favorite. I think we've talked about this before. I think it was a lot better in the small pad that I had. So yeah, I'm just adjusting because I just realized I completely forgot the embankment up here, and that has to be darker. So I'll just do that now. Very, very watery. Too much. And I need to push that right back. So I'm going to mix it down here into this gray color of the water that I was going to use. Let's see if this is dark enough. It's all right. It's given time for the wax to dry. So, and I do see a kite in the background, but I think that's gonna look a little bit odd. So I'm gonna leave that out. You know, sometimes you just have to make those decisions to not add everything, or yeah. And Natty, you can totally do the August thing on your own. The nice thing about the community that we have is that we share images afterwards or daily of the work that we've been doing, and it'll be nice to get together and see the zines in person as well. So we do like that. That's a bit dark. I may have to adjust that. Yeah, so that's the nice thing that we like doing. And we have Zoom sessions, so we get to see each other's faces, which is lovely too. Acrylic doesn't reactivate, yes. And Natty says maybe the sizing went off with the paper, making it all mucky. Sizing paper. Okay, definitely need more green. A little bit more green and a little bit lighter. And then much lighter. I could tape my paintings too, but they're really just studies. That's what they are. And then we're going to go into some grays, pinky grays up here, which I love. That's been something, trying to get the sand. Wet sand is not easy to capture. I mean, you just have to trust your eyes and your color sense and try and get it as close to as possible. Not always easy. Nanny says, watching you show mixing your colors is like I'm learning about color theory and mixing colors. Well, I'm happy that you are learning, Natty. That's the whole idea, is to practice and learn. Like I'm also learning by these different challenges monthly. Like for me, it's also a learning process. Just wait till September when we have Nocturnal Month. That is always a huge learning process, which I really enjoy. Just the really big difference in colors that we'll be using. So it's fun to experience that. Wow, oh my goodness, I would never have put those colors, and like that's really special. I think we've all really enjoyed certain months more than others, and Nocturnal Month has always been one of our favorites because it is a big change in challenge and just something that you wouldn't usually do, I think. a whole month of nocturnal images. Because I've got a lot of paint on my brush, it kind of is just blending. I'm going to have to go over and make sure I get some variants. It's a bit dry, my gouache. Let's take a little bit of that purple in there. $20. I should get the people in as well. I just need to make sure everything is really dry. Reb says, I want to join for that one. Way out of my comfort zone. You know, I think you'll surprise yourself, Reb, because I feel like you're good with colors, so you'll see that it's, even though it's a challenge, it's like an exciting challenge, because it, more than anything, it's what you don't expect when you're doing it. Like you think that you know what colors that you should use for like nocturnal images, but they're so muted but so bright as well, some of them, that it's really it's a fun exploration of imagery as well. And I think if we can all think about gathering an image in August and not using photo stock imagery, I think it would be really lovely to have our own images. You know, some people are going to cottages and there are beautiful fire pits, or you're at a restaurant in the evening and the light is really pretty, or like we also don't want 25 or 30 sunsets, because it's not about the sunsets, it's about the glow in everyday life just in the evening. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, and if you don't love the photo of the day, then you can just draw your own photos if you have some. All right, I think I'm ready for a few more details, and I'm not sure if I should. I think I probably should scrape away the paint, but I do want to make this back not as bright, like the ridge in the back. It's because it's in the distance, you don't want it too saturated. Maybe a bit of, I've got Prussian blue here as well. That's going to help me push that back. Okay. That is better. Much better. And then I think the pink is also off, so I may have to correct that. I mean, it kind of just looks like a little bit of a sunny day. I could actually correct a few points on it, but not everywhere. That may work too. No, that's better too. Slight change. And then while I'm at it, I should probably correct that C in the background. I have to remember to breathe as well. Melissa says same about out of comfort zone for night scenes. Julia says, hello, just popping by after doing an online life drawing session for the last 2 hours. Not painting along tonight. Okay, no worries, nice of you to join. And Tammy says, good morning, just getting here, crazy morning. Oh no. And Reb says, I love to see some eerie night scenes. Yeah, well, as we get closer to, actually, I mean, yeah, some people do some eerie night scenes. I love like the cafes and things like that, looking in the reflections of the window. And Maddie says, good morning, Tammy. Mary Claire is here. Hi, good morning, Mary Claire. Just got in. That's looking very cool, thank you. Meryl says, I need to learn where to post and see others finish work from July on Substack. I will tag you in there, Meryl. That's probably the easiest way, is to tag you. Melissa tagged C the other day. So yeah, if nobody tags Meryl before I get off here, then I will tag you, Meryl. It's really easy. It's just in the chat, and then you just scroll down in the chat of Substack. Not too difficult at all. So I'm just getting some of this under color undertones so that I can put the seaweed on top, because I don't want to be going under after that. Just leaving some areas of light. And then a darker green. Trying to pull up whatever colors I've got on here, because it's nice to use your palette for that. Way too red, but I can use this actually for the seaweed, so I'm not going to throw that away. And maybe even the German Shepherd. What's the difference between a German Shepherd and an Alsatian? Anyone? Are they two different? What do you have? Is Melly here? What does Melly have? Does she have German Shepherds or Alsatians? I know she only has one, but she's got a friend who has another one. Is the Alsatian the dog that the police use, or is that a German Shepherd? I don't know. I get confused. Obviously, you can hear that. Confused. Okay, my doggy is going to be here, and I have the human that's going to be here. Doggy, feet. Oh, it looks more like a pig, I think, my German Shepherd. It was better in the sketch. I think it's that little bit that I need to correct. See, correcting can correct, but it's not, and the ear's too big. It's not ideal. I'll come in with a little bit of a darker paint after. Okay, more seaweed down here and goopy, gross stuff. It's just, I can feel it under my feet, but I'm just painting it. It's like sludgy and slimy, and I know exactly what it feels like, that green stuff. Yuck. I know it shouldn't be yuck. It's just part of the beach, part of the sea. It's okay. I think it helps to like imagine how it feels when you're painting it too, maybe. Right? And Julia says, actually, it's great watching you paint rather than painting along. Oh, Amy says, great stormy beach colors. Thank you. Yeah. Don't you I love when there's like a storm coming over the coast. Melissa says, I think Melly has a German Shepherd. Okay. And Kim says, Google says German Shepherd and Alsatians are the same. Okay. Natty says, we get that a lot along our area of lake. The smell is what stands out to me. Okay, so draw the smell then. Try drawing the smell. Okay, there's a little bit of a darker feel to some of the water down here, so I'm going to try and get that in before I put the people. I think it's the tail as well. Take a little bit crazy in the tail. Okay, I'm gonna scrape away the wax, so that's gone, and I can use this to catch my wax. have a scraper that's not dirty. I must do. Yeah, I have an old Curry's. I'm so sad that they're not around anymore. We had a Curry's just down the road from us, well, 10 minutes away. But it was the local art store and it was fabulous. And now we just have Michael's, which is not as fabulous. Like, I'll rarely buy from Michael's. I'd rather go into Toronto and get stuff. Move this down a little bit. Still a lot of, I put a lot of wax on. All right. Thank you, Susan. Ken says Google said, oh, Maddie says I'm rereading. Sorry, everybody. Melissa says, I went to all 3 art stores downtown on Friday. Yeah, you said. Amazing. Do you have a favorite, Melissa? Is there a favorite that do you prefer one over the other? I haven't been to either of the DeSerious or the Guatzmans. Guatzmans? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, I have a deep purple, which I think will work for a lot of what I need to do here. So I'm going to, what are we at? 2 minutes to. I'm not going to be able to do it in 2 minutes, but I will probably be close to 5 after maybe. So if you have to go, totally get it. Thank you. Make sure you press the like button before you leave and the thumbs up button. And if you are watching and seeing this after the live, please do comment so I know that you are here, and I would, I will comment back. Or if you have any questions, please ask. And like I said, I will be releasing all details on August in my post today. Oh, that's the back leg there. I'm gonna put his, what is that? Is a back elbow, an elbow of the back leg. Is it still called an elbow? I don't know. The anatomy of dogs. You'd think that I'd know. A back elbow? Okay. She's good. She picked up his, there's like a poop bag there. Amazing what you can see when you zoom in, eh? Bet you didn't know that that was in her hand. Okay, so let's just change the color a little bit of her trousers, which are blowing in the wind. Love it. Susan, do you know any of these people? Thank you for the photo, by the way, Susan. It's great. I hope I'm doing it justice. I think he needs to be a little bit, either he needs to be darker or the seaweed. Maybe the seaweed can be darker. And I'm going to put these guys up here, smaller. Above ground by far, they have more selection. Okay, thanks. Nadia says, that technique is such a cool effect, much appreciated for teaching that wax lay down on paper. Yeah, I think, especially with gouache, because I think the other one, what's it called? Oh, my brain is focused on this. The one that they use for watercolor. That's great, but I don't know how good it is for gouache. Nanette used it, I think, with gouache. And I think it worked, Nanette said, but I'm not sure if I trust it. Okay, I'm going to give her some space and put him over here. Oh, I could have put them, oh, maybe I put them too far away. I don't think it matters where I put them. I don't think it necessarily matters at all. But the legs do not need to be that dark. And I have to put this lady's body in as well. Not the best brush either. Put a little bit of orange in there. And I'm going to have to correct. Oh, those are way too light. There we go. And then the reflection can be a little bit more on the water tones with grays. That was not so gray. Pull some green into there. It's actually a lot darker. I don't know if she's got a top on. I don't think she has a top on. She's just got a swim top on or something. Okay, and the water also. Oh, and the little doggy over here. You just double check something. Oh, I just want to say, which I haven't said, is congratulations to Maria. She applied to the job of her dreams almost like it's similar to an art curator position at a gallery, but it's at this wonderful print and creative studio. Anyway, she got the job, and I'm so happy for her because her regular job was not making her happy, and it's so nice that when people are rewarded for their for their knowledge and their expertise. So congratulations, Maria, if you are still here. Sorry. I wanted to say it earlier, but I wanted to also okay it with everybody, or with her, that I could say it publicly. So congrats, Maria. It's fantastic. So happy for you. Oh, I think Piper will be coming down soon. Okay, I'm just adjusting. This is obviously taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take, so totally understand if you have to go. A lot of these are way too bright, so I will be moving into the waves as well. They don't need to be this bright. Okay, let's get some lighter tones of this color. But the thing is, if you don't leave that white, I mean, like I said, I could have left it and just not touched it, but it is nice to have that reassurance that if you want to just go over it to get your colors that you need for the sea in one swoop, which I really like doing. So this is a great way to help with that. And today I have a workshop, and we are bringing life to landscapes. You've pretty much just had a workshop here. We're actually, it's funny because we are bringing figures into landscapes, which I feel like is an important factor in bringing life into landscapes. So that's really what we're doing, but we're going to be painting landscapes, and it'll be a good workshop. So if you've signed up, great. If you want to sign up, you can still sign up. Just do it very quickly. Just go to blueshineart.com, and then I will send you links to everything. And that's at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so I can make this a little bit darker. Yeah, I put them in the wrong place, the people, but it's okay. Looks like a little bear, this dog. can be darker. New beginnings. Congrats, Maria. And C says, congratulations. Yeah, super happy for Maria. And the little pup. Brush is just a little bit bulkier than a pencil. I guess I could have done it with pencil too. Maybe I will do the leash with pencil. There. This poor doggy. Get my trusty 14B out and just put some details down here. The seaweed that she's walking through. All right, everyone. I think I'm done. Thank you so much, Susan. Susan's photo of Cornwall. I hope you have a great day, everybody. Oh, I don't think, no, I can't zoom in anymore. She's wearing like a bikini top and walking her dog with just trousers on and a bikini top. So that's her, like, that's her back there. Yeah. And she's not in the sun, so nothing, there's no light on. I guess there could be a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of light on her, on the top of her back, whereas maybe just. No, I don't like that. Okay. Thank you. And yeah, congrats again, Maria. Meryl says, I took a different route home from North Texas and saw gorgeous views of the land on the way home. The landscapes were so varied across the vast. Oh, did you take pictures? Nanny says, wow, Meryl, your state is very interesting in typography. Yeah. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Maria. And Zoe says, thank you, Shar, it's beautiful. Susan says, gorgeous painting, very evocative. I'm happy that you added this photo. Thank you, Susan. Kim says, you could make it a man as well. That's true. It's okay. I think, it could have been a man, but I think it looked like a lady. It doesn't matter. Natty says, thank you for sharing your creative art process with us. Everyone, have a safe and creative day. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing all of yours. So if you are part of our group, please post your water photos in our chat. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.